Okay, Callum, I've had a listen to your latest mix, and unfortunately, it's still off. And I'm confused because I sent the newly timed stems that I timed to your backing track. And, I'm basically thinking you're probably as frustrated as I am, if not more, since you're doing the work, and I'm just, telling you that it's not right. And it feels shit doing that, but I basically can't release a song if I feel like it's wrong. I'm pretty sure you'd understand that. So to help us along, I've decided to make this video to show you what's going on at my end and what I'm hearing instead of just telling you it's wrong. With yeah. Anyway, okay. This is a session. This is the session that I timed everything in. I'll just make a new session. Um, this is your latest mix that I'm trying to drop in here. Boom. And this is this is basically a mix down of that other session I just closed. It's the newly timed stems, and it's on your backing track. And what's it called again? Sorry, man. Yeah, basically it's the newly timed stems on your backing track, and I made a few volume adjustments just so it won't sound like super shit to hear. All right, let's see. Now, from the messages we've been exchanging, it sounds like you feel like the vocals hit perfectly fine, and I don't doubt that it sounds like that to you. Like, you wouldn't send me the mixes otherwise, I'm sure. I definitely hear things stray and fall off time though. I hear a certain disharmoniousness. Like, basically what I hear is the vocal tracks, they're not harmonizing with each other and they're not harmonizing with each other in the way that they should be. And I'm thinking that I might just be like super sensitive to it because I wrote it, so I know what it sounds like. And maybe you probably don't have that sensitivity because you didn't write it. So as we discussed, I hear it predominantly at the end, like after the bridge, and I think this is the drop here. Yep. So let's just solo yours. Oops, I didn't solo it. My bad. Okay, so from here, it sounds kind of okay, but I still hear it being off. And it kind of goes on like that throughout this area. Oh fuck, I lost it. But over here somewhere. Yeah, over here, this part here, if I keep it hidden any longer, it's gone. That part starts really straying for me. And I definitely hear the "it's gone" finish a bit too early. Okay, we'll just yeah, I'll let you hear it. You hear how it finishes like slightly too early? Like, I'm hoping you can hear that. You might not be able to though. We'll just compare it to mine. Yours finishes just slightly too early. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to hear that, so just to make sure, we'll just focus on that the gone part, the it's gone part, like, because that really stands out to me. Okay, as we can hear, it's when I play this part, it's already at the on section. We don't hear the G. We don't hear gone, we hear on at this section, right? Yeah, the G's not there, right? So obviously the G's back here somewhere. Yeah, at this point we hear the G. And obviously further back, we hear the S in the it's gone. So it's like it's gone. But, alright. But over on my one, I'm pretty sure that visually, like, I can already see it's, I think that it's going to be an S at this point here, where it should be a G. Like, okay, we'll find where the G starts. Oops. Okay, at this point we can hear the tail end of the S. Yep, and over here we can hear it. Okay, at this point we only hear the G. I mean, we don't hear the S, we hear the G in gone, right? Oh, we hear a little bit of tail end of the S, but barely. I'm not even sure the camera's going to pick that up. But on my one, I'm pretty sure it'll still be at the S point. Yeah, we can hear the S here. So basically, that clearly means that your one is a little bit earlier than mine. It starts. It doesn't start earlier, but it ends up being early. You know what I mean. It ends up being earlier at this point, and basically, it's a little bit off, a tiny bit off. Now, I don't want you to zero in on this section and fix this part of the vocal. I don't want that, because there's lots of little parts like this. Even though it's only just a tiny bit, what's happening here is what I'm hearing kind of all over the end section of the song, all right? So what my concern is basically why this is happening in the first place. Like, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Basically, my stems are lined up to an instrumental, which lines up perfectly to the mix that, like, as it should. Like, my the instrumental lines up perfectly. If we can just have a look, see this part here. Obviously, doesn't look like a vocal part to me. I don't know. It might be the on, but like you can see throughout, like, the peaks just match. So I'm thinking the instrumental is kind of perfectly in line with each other, as it should be. But when I line up the stems with the instrumental and send it to you, for some reason it's still off, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on there, right? And you probably already know this, but it seems like when you lowered the backing vocals, there's a part in the second verse that gets a little funky. What the hell? Oh, it's all the way back here. There it is. Like the nope. The nope is kind of a lot further back than it used to be. I mean, you probably already know that because I'm guessing that, like, the backing vocals are probably all on the same track or linked together or something, right? And also in the hook, the Kenna, that part, like, it's not standing out as much as it used to. Like, it's kind of gotten drowned back, and I think that's what happened when you lowered the backing vocals. All right, and yeah, just letting you know that, just in case you might have skipped that, but I don't think you did. I'm just being safe. But yeah, otherwise, I really like what you've done so far. Like, the processing on the whole track, it sounds slick. whatever you did to the track, I love it. I love most of the little drops and the little panning things you did. I like your work. I really do like your work. I heard what you did for Andy Kong. Those tracks, they sound brilliant, man. Like, I really dig them. And Beyond Coda, Only Love, that song's in my playlist now, you know? Like, I actually know the words and shit, you know? I'm just droning now, aren't I? So, yeah, let me know what's going on your end, man. Hopefully we can get this fixed. Shouldn't be too much of a problem, right? Like, in theory, I lined up the stems and the stems are lined up to a track which is lined up to the mix. It should work. I don't understand. But anyway, I've talked long enough. Have a good day, man, and thank you for your efforts so far. I'll be in touch.